Happy Halloween, YouTube. Team Movies here. Now, the year 2023 had a really interesting year for horror. Now, obviously, later this year, I will be doing my top 10 favorite horror films of the year and my top 10 anticipated horror movies next year. But, while I wait, I'm going to pretty much go down the list of the horror movies that are set to be released and pretty much do my horror 2024 preview. Well, of course, I do talk about the horror films set for release, in the coming year, which there's tons of really cool stuff to look forward to. And you know what? Yeah, I'm probably trading masses. That's a good mass, but it's a bit hard to be talking out from that thing. Let me actually just do this one. All right. Okay, much better. Okay, go from Ghostface to Jason here. All right. Now, here are the rundowns of the horror films coming out next year. Now, I'm gonna go with like the release ones that have release dates first. One of which we got Night. The first horror movie to come out next year is Night Swim, which is about a woman swimming in her pool after night, terrorized by an evil spirit. Now, the trailer for this looks really cool. Of course, this is from Blumhouse. Same people who also gave us Megan just recently. They're really capitalizing on the success of Megan, so I think this could be a treat to check out. So hopefully it can be good. All right, in February we got Lisa Frankenstein, which is of course a coming of age love story about a teenager and her crush who happens to be a corpse. After a set of horrific circumstances bring him back to life, the two embark on a journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts. Now, this does star Catherine Newton, Cole Sprouse. It looks really fun. Written by Jennifer's Body writer, Diablo Kobe, so we got that. You got, of course, Cole Sprouse from Riverdale fame is in this. You've got Catherine Newton, who is great in the movie Freaky. So I'm all for this. I'm hoping it's something that they said. All right. Well, we also got a Stone Age horror film that just said release date called Out of Darkness, where a desperate gang of early humans band together in search of new lands, but when they suspect a malevolent, mystical thing is haunting them down, they the clan are forced to confront a danger they never and say. And they haven't dropped a trailer for this, but this could be a train. I mean, who does not love a Stone Age horror film? Can't be worse than 65, right? But we'll see. All right, we got something called Imaginary, which they actually dropped the trailer for. This is actually a Blumhouse film, and they dropped the trailer for this during Five Nights at Freddy's. If you guys don't know much about the story here, a woman returns to her childhood home to discover that the imaginary friend she has left behind is very real and is unhappy that she abandoned them. And the trailer for this looks really spooky. Looks pretty creepy. Doesn't reveal too much, but could be intriguing. Only thing is, this is from the same director of Truth or Dare and Fantasy Island, so that has to go for. But maybe it could be good. All right, we also got Ghostbusters Afterlife on the sequel, which they reports that they were got tired for it, called Frozen Empire, so could be cool there. All right. We got an entire monster film from the directors of Scream, Radio Silence, starring Melissa Barrera, the aforementioned Catherine Newton. Other cast members also includes Dan Stevens, Kevin Durant. Similar to what this is supposed to be about, but it is said to be loosely based on Dracula's daughter. So this is supposed to be like a Universal monster movie featuring Dracula, so it could be a treat. Say, all right. Oh, we also got a movie coming out called The Watchers, which is directed by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter and features the likes of Dakota Fanning, Georgiana Campbell, and it follows Mina, a 28-year-old artist, as she gets Stranded in an extensive Immokalee forest in Western Ireland, after finding shelter, she becomes trapped alongside three strangers, stalked by mysterious creatures each night. And that could be a dream check out. So that could be interesting. All right, we also got Quiet Place Day One, which is a prequel to the Quiet Place franchise. So I'm gonna just check that one out. Of course, you got Lupita Nyong'o supposed to be in this. Dennis O'Hare, Alex Wolff, John Hansing, Joseph Fiennes from Stranger Things. So could be a dream. All right. Oh, we also got a movie called Horoscope, which stars of course, Jacob Batalon from Ned from the Spider-Man films. It's about a group of college friends begins driving dying ways connected to their fortunes after getting their horoscopes read. So that could be a trick to check out. All right, we also got M. Night Shyamalan's new movie Trap, which is set to have Josh Hart in it. I mean, it is supposed to be from M. Night Shyamalan, who's made some really terrific stuff. He's also made Last Airbender. He also made Lady in the Water, Happening. Hopefully, this is the next. I don't know, The Visit, rather than the next Old. So we'll see. All right, we also got Speak No Evil, a remake of the Danish film about a family invited to spend a weekend in an idyllic country house, go from a dream vacation to a psychological nightmare. So that could be a treat. You of course got James McAvoy. Speaking of Matt Shyamalan, obviously, because he was in Split. Mackenzie Davis, Scoot McNairy. This could be a treat. I mean, I of course saw the original, and the original is really creepy. So I'm looking forward to see how they're going to do this one too. All right, we also got the next Alien movie, Alien Romulus, which of course, really Scott. All right. Of course, really Scott this story and really praise it. So that could be interesting. Say, still don't know on what this new alien is supposed to be about, but reports say that young people from a distant world must face the most terrifying life form in the art universe. The Alien franchise is it's so iconic. I mean, going all the way back to the original Ridley Scott film from 1979 to Aliens. I did not mind Covenant to be honest here, and this was supposed to be a Hulu original, but they decided to release this thing straight to theaters because they saw how good Prey did. So I'm looking forward to see where they're gonna take this one too. All right, there's also Beetlejuice 2 coming out, a follow-up to 1988's Beetlejuice. This could easily get delayed because of the strike, but we'll see. Now, of course, Beetlejuice 2 is set to star Jen Ortega, reunite with her Wednesday director, Tim Burton. I mean, she might become like the new, I don't know, the new Hound Dog car for Tim Burton here. We of course got Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara. The original Beetlejuice is such an iconic one. Definitely one of the coolest horror films of that era. Seeing Michael like just think about it. We're living in a world where we see Michael Keaton come back as Batman and Beetlejuice in the same decade. So that's really cool to see. All right. There's also Smile 2, the follow to last year's surprise hit Smile, which I enjoyed Smile 2 a whole lot. It was really creepy. Definitely had some really cool stuff going for it. So I'm looking forward to checking out the sequel. All right. We also got a untitled Jordan Peele film. So I mean, with the strike going, who knows if that's gonna keep us really safe. But Jordan Peele, man. I mean, coming off of stuff like Get Out, Us. I admit that his recent film, his recent film Nope, maybe as weak as out his films, but I still thought Nope was pretty decent. So I'm intrigued. Like, so don't worry if this is even going to be a horror film, to be honest. Yeah. But it could maybe be a psychological thriller somewhere down there. I mean, if it's Jordan Peele directed, I could totally see this being some sort of horror film. In the vein of something like Get Out, in the vein of something like Us. Who knows? There's also an Untied Monkey Paw film too, which is of course Jordan Peele's production companies. No idea if that's going to be horrible or not, but we'll see. All right, now the horror films that don't have release dates, we got Salem's Lot, based on the Stephen King novel, which this movie has been in the pipeline for quite some time. From the same director of Annabelle Comes Home, about a writer who travels to a town where the people become vampires. I've been excited for this thing when it was first announced. Like Salem's Lot is such an iconic it's such an iconic story. So I'm looking forward to checking out where they're gonna take this thing one too. But yeah, this has literally been the pipeline for oh boy, since maybe 2020, I guess. I don't remember, but hopefully it will actually come out next year. But we'll see. All right, another Stephen King story coming out next year is The Life of Chuck, starring Tom Hiddleston, Mark Hamill, directed by Mike Flanagan, who's done great with the Stephen King lore. So I mean, of course, this is about a life-affirming, genre-bending story, um, based on King's novella about three chapters in the life of an ordinary man named Charles Krantz. I mean, this could be intriguing. Of course, directed by Mike Flanagan, who's done great with Stephen King stuff, with like Gerald's Game, with of course, with Doctor Sleep. So hopefully this could be a drink. So, all right. Now we also got the Strangers trilogies all coming out next year. Similar, like looks like all three films are coming out in the same year. So yeah, I mean, of course, the first Strangers stars Madeline Patch as a and it's where like a young couple drive across country towards a new beginning. Unfortunately, they have no choice but to stop in a secluded Airbnb in Oregon, and three masked strangers are terrorizing them. The original Strangers from 2008 is really intriguing, and of course, the sequel is just as good. So I'm looking forward to see where they're gonna take this new one too. I mean, we might even get more Strangers in down the line too. So it'll be interesting too. All right. We okay now. Of course, we're. If you don't know, there is now like a let's say a pattern where where they're turning like childhood stories into horror films. Of course, this past year we just had Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Next year we got the sequel, and that is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy the first Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I know it's not a great film, but I just had a fun time with it. So I'm intrigued to see where they're gonna take the sequel to. This time we're supposed to have like I believe we're supposed to have Kangaroo in this. We're supposed to have Owl. So and we're also gonna be having Tigger. Yeah, that's gonna be cool to see. We also got something called Winnie Pooh Death House coming out next year too. So yeah. It's pretty much based on the A Lions beloved characters, two human animal hybrids torture people attending a school reunion at a revenge said party guesses maliciously bullying them in their childhood. So yeah, we're gonna be getting more Winnie the Pooh horror stuff next year too. All right, we also got Bambi the Reckoning, of course, a horror film inspired by Bambi. Cinderella's Curse is coming. Sleeping Beauty's Massacre. Peter Pan Goes to Hell. Peter Pan on Neverland Nightmares. So we're getting a Peter Pan horror film, a Bambi horror film. Word has it they might be a cinematic universe too. So yeah, could be cool. All right. Now, other stuff we got next year, we got Terrifier 3, which I cannot wait for. I just might go see the Terrifier 2 set so I can, see the sneak peek at. I mean, the first two Terrifier movies are just terrific, so I cannot wait. And word has it this new Terrifier movie could be set in Christmas. So Art the Clown, Slain in Christmas. Sign me up right there. All right, we also got Return to Silent Hill, of course, based on the very popular video game franchise. So I'm I really quite like the original Silent Hill, so hopefully this new one could be interesting. All right, now of course we got lots of A24 horror films coming. We got Maxine, which I am so pumped for. I whoever knew that this little A24 horror franchise could become a trilogy. I mean, it's supposed to be like pretty much a murder mystery film as well. So of course having Mia Goth, Ty West coming in, so I cannot wait to check out this new Maxine. All right, we also got Nosferatu coming out, which is based on a very popular 1920s horror film of the same name. Of course, directed by Robert Eggers, having Bill Skarsgård, Anna Taylor, I mean, Nicholas Hoult, Aaron Taylor Johnson, William Dafoe, uh, Lily Rose Depp. I thought Anna Taylor Joy was in us, but that aside, I mean, Robert Eggers is is a really intriguing filmmaker. I mean, I admit I was not a fan of The Witch, but I quite enjoyed the Northman, The Lighthouse, pretty good. So this, I don't know, could be interesting to see. I'm really curious to see what Nosferatu is going to look like in this new take. I mean, the original Nosferatu from 19, what was the original 1922, I think. Really, it's Centennial. You really paved way for iconic, vampires out there. So yeah. All right, there's also another H24 movie coming called The Front Rooms, directed by Max and Sam Eggers, starring Brandy. Tells the story of a young, newly pregnant couple who is forced to take an ailing, estranged stepmother. So that could be intriguing. We got I Saw the TV Glow, where teenagers who bond over their share of love of scary television. But the show gets mysteriously canceled, featuring Justice Smith, Bridget Lundy Payne. So that could be intriguing there. Also, I don't know if this is really coming next year, but we got Herrick, who's supposed to have Hugh Grant in it. And it's just to follow two young women of religion who are drawn into a game of cat and mouse in the house of a strange man. Directed by the same directors who just gave us 65, so hopefully it's better than 65. Now, I'm not sure if this is even coming next year, but possibly Talk to Me Part 2 could maybe come out next year. That could slip in there, but we'll see. Definitely Unicorn with Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, where they like play Fallen Door, who hits a unicorn and bring it into the wilderness of a mega wealthy pharmaceutical CEO. So I'm not really sure if that's even going to be a horror, but hey, maybe it's about unicorn killing people. I don't know. If it is, sign me up there. All right, we also got something called Emma Kool-Aid, which stars Sydney Sweeney as well as Simone Tabasco, who is great in The Willows. Where Cecilia, a woman of devout faith, is welcome to the picture perfect Italian countryside, where she is offered a new role of an illustrated covenant. So, yeah, I mean, Sydney Sweeney in a horror film could be interesting, say. Oh, we got Faces of Death, a remake of the 1970s horror film about a woman employed as a website content monitor comes across a series of violent videotapes reproducing death scenes from a film. You got Dapper Montgomery from Stranger Things fame. You also got Bobby Ferreira from Euphoria fame. Josie Tota. Got some interesting cast members in this. The original film, if you guys never seen it, it is one of the most like disturbing horror films of that decade. And of course they did a couple of sequels, so I'm interested to see where they're gonna take this new one too. All right, we also got another remake coming called Witchboard, a reimagining of the 1980s horror film. This is from the same director of The Mask, Chuck Russell. Also featuring Madison Eisman, Jamie Campbell Bower. So could be interesting there. We got True Haunting, which is pretty much like the first televised exorcism on NBC in 1971. This is from director Gary Feller, featuring Aaron Marty, Jamie Campbell Bower. So that could be cool to see. All right. We got Psycho Killer, which stars Georgina Campbell from Smile fame, about a police officer who tracks a killer after her husband, a highway patrolman, becomes one of his victims. That could be interesting. We got Never Let Ghost, which is from Piranha director Alexandra Aja, starring Halle Berry. Halle Berry in a horror film, sign me up there. All right, we got something called Your Monster, starring Melissa Barrera. We got this movie called The One, which also has Melissa Barrera and Nicholas Hoult. I got something called Mindful with Jenny Slate. I don't think she's done a horror movie since probably Baghead, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think that's Greg Gerwig I'm thinking of. Never mind. All right, we also got something called Hell House, where it follows complicated relationship between small town high school peers Dawn and Michaela in the deep south and this is supposed to have like Stephanie Scott, Jess Wexler, Micah Abbott, so that could be interesting. Got something called Skill House, which has 50 Cent and tons of social media influencers. Got something called Don't Move, which stars Kelsey Elsbell and Finn Ridrock. This is supposed to be like based on. No, this is supposed to be produced by Sam Raimi, so that could be interesting. Got something called Dust Bunny with Mads Mikkelsen and Sigourney Weaver from director Brian Fuller. I don't know, with the whole Brian Fuller controversy now, that's really gonna happen. The Damn Country Merson is coming with Mackenzie Davis and Pierre Sarsgaard. That could be cool. Weapons from Barbarians director Zach Krieger, featuring Pedro Pascal. I mean, this could possibly get delayed because of the strike, but who knows? Barbarian was really good there. If you guys haven't seen that. Speaking of Barbarian, we got Companion, which is actually being produced by Zach Krieger, featuring Jack Quaid, Rupert Friend. So that could be interesting. We got All My Friends Are Dead, which features the likes of Jay Pettyjohn, Jojo Siwa, so other social media influencers, I guess. Got something called Little Bites, which is from Spider Woman, featuring Barbara Crampton, Phoenix Caro, so that could be cool. Long Legs, directed by Oz Perkins, starring Nicolas Cage, Micah Monroe. I was going to add They Follow, which of course the sequel to It Follows, but I don't know if that's really going to come out next year, but we'll see. Now this is supposed to have like Nicolas Cage as a serial killer, by the way. So yeah, Nicolas Cage as a serial killer. Sign me up right there. All right, now we also got Chris Stuckman's directorial film called Shelby Oaks, which hey, I like Chris Stuckman, by the way. Like his horror reviews, definitely some of my favorites on YouTube. So I'm looking forward to what his like directorial debut is gonna look like. If you guys don't know much about the story here, it's about a woman's desperate search for her long lost sister, forced into obsession upon realizing that the imaginary demons from their childhood may be real. So, could be intriguing. You got Keith Davids in this, Michael Beach, Brandon Sexton the third. So, hey, I cannot. I mean, it's really cool seeing YouTubers really branch out and actually making movies here. Whether it's like the directors that Talk to Me, whether it's Chris Stuckman. So, really cool to see. All right, we also got The Home, starring Pete Davidson, from the director of The Purge, It follows Max, who realizes that residents and caretakers at the retirement home he works at hide sinister secrets. So, I mean, I really quite like Pete Davidson. Really nice to see him getting back to the horror genre because he was really good at Buys, Buys, Buys. Nice to see Jason DeMarcano doing something other than the Purge franchise. So, maybe a drink thing. All right, we also got something called Whistle from from the Nun director, Corin Hardy. I'm not too excited for that because the first Nun was just absolutely terrible. So, but this does have Daphne Keene in it, so I'll give it that. But we also got Apartment 7A. Like, so no more on what this movie's supposed to be about. But word has it that this could possibly be a Rosemary Baby film, which the original Rosemary's Baby is great. So could be intriguing to see like them do like a whole new Rosemary's Baby here. Of course, it's supposed to have like Julie Garner in it. Um, yeah, Diane Weiss. So I don't know. I mean, how do you even do a prequel to Rosemary's Baby? Is beyond me, but anything's possible. Speaking of impossible to do prequels for a film, we got the first Omen. Now, this is of course a prequel source to the original Omen from the 1970s. I mean, I don't know how to do a prequel to this. I mean, the original Omen, by the way, if you guys never seen the original Omen with Gregory Peck, I forgot the kid's name who played Damien. I know Richard Donner directed that one too. The original Omen is terrifying. I mean, movies like that is the reason why a lot of people don't want kids nowadays. So yeah, I'm intrigued to check out this one. I mean, how do you do a prequel to this is beyond me, but they're doing it, so hopefully it can be something interesting. All right, we also got Azrael, which stars Samar Weaving, which hey, any Samar Weaving's in, I was just watching the Heartbeat. We got Boy Kills World, which has Bill Skarsgård and Jessica Roth, which I think that's more of an action thriller than a horror. But anyway, we also got something called Creepers, about a group of explorers investigating an old abandoned hotel and carrying a supernatural being and a compelling group searching for a hidden treasure. So that could be cool. We got Cuckoo, which stars Hunter Schafer, Jules from Euphoria fame. So nice to see her um, getting into the horror genre there. Rumor has it she's still such a big. She's rumored to play Carrie in the future too. So I don't know. Could she be a new Scream Queen? What I want to say. We also got Netflix's The Deliverance. Like I don't know what other horror Netflix movies coming out next year. But this is about like a family living in a home of Indiana discovers strange demonic occurrences that convince them and the community that the house is a portal to hell. This is directed by a Precious director, Lee Daniels. I believe Monique's supposed to be in this. Glenn Close, Angelia Ellis, Omar Epps. Got some interesting cast members in this. And Lee Daniels directing a horror film. I cannot really recall him ever getting into the horror genre, but could be interesting, say. Alright. We also got something coming to Hulu called Dust, which stars Sarah Paulson, Abba and Moss Backrock from the Bear fame, so that could be interesting. We got Night Bee, which I'm not gonna repeat. That's supposed to have like Amy Adams, where she plays a housewife who believes she's getting turned into a dog. So sign me up there. We got something called They Listen with John Cho. That could be interesting. All right. We also got Hell of a Summer, directed by Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things fame. So yeah, I mean, this actually premiered at I believe Fantastic Fest with some really decent reviews. So yeah, I'm actually interested in seeing what Finn Wolfhard's directorial debut is going to look like here. I mean, it's supposed to be like the counselors of a summer camp are terrorized by a mass killer. So I'm guessing, obviously, they're gonna pay homage to Jason, to my boy Jason Voorhees right here. Obviously, maybe like pay homage to. I'm trying to think of some other good. Oh, Sleepaway Camp most likely. So hey, I'm always a sucker for like camp-based slasher movies. So sign me up here. We also got something coming to Prime called House of Spoiled, which stars Ariana DeBose. Um, so that could be a drink thing. Oh, we got Late Night with the Devil about live television broadcast in 1977 goes horribly wrong, unleashing evil into your nation's living room. So, yeah, I mean, a horror film about a talk show. I don't know. Maybe it could be like Joker if it was like something horror, I guess, or so that could be intriguing. Let's see. We also got something called Sharks from the director of Hitman. Year Two from director Stephen C. Miller. We got Destroy All Monsters, um, which I could be intriguing. Of course, that has Thomas Lennon, Alex Winter. We got The Forest Hills, which is supposed to have Shelley Duvall in it, who, hey, always nice to see Shelley Duvall make a return. She is, it's such a shame how Dr. Phil treated that poor woman. He really explored her poorly. And I'm just glad to see Shelley Duvall just. Of course, she did retire. Like I think her last movie was like in early 2000s, but I'm just glad to see her returning back to acting here. Obviously Shelley Duvall's best known for stuff like The Shining, Popeye. She is just a living legend. So really nice to see her make her comeback here. We also got the Toxic Avenger coming out. Of course, a remake of the 1980s Toxic Avenger. So that could be interesting to see. Of course, that's supposed to have like Peter Dinklage in it. So I'm all for that. Now, there's obviously other horror films coming out next year, but I'm not really going to be listening to them all. And there could probably be some stuff that could possibly slip in there. Like I don't know, could there be a good chance Five Nights at Freddy's 2 comes out next year? Who knows? There could always be a possibility chance that maybe Scream 7 will begin shooting early next year and comes out next year because rumor has it might take place during Christmas time. So December 2020, 2024 for Scream 7. That could be interesting. Maybe I don't know. Final Station 6 will come out next year. That's also possibility. So yeah, there's lots of other horror films that could just slip in there, but we'll see as time goes on. Anyway, let me let you guys. What are your thoughts on the horror movies set for release next year? What some of your anticipated horror films to come out next year? What are some of your favorite horror movies this year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon signing out.